What do you feel about the way that it ends?
There are no better writers in television than Dan Weiss and David Benioff. They ended it brilliantly, better than I could have imagined, and you people are in for it.
Hello, my fellow app. Now, John, come on. You should have thought this through. You should have assessed the situation. You should have looked at her and said, okay, this bitch is getting a little bit crazy. I'm going to have to take one for the team. And John, you should have just plowed her. Absolutely plowed her. You should have split her into with your long claw. You should have grabbed her behind her ankles and shoved them behind her ears and just gone to work and destroyed her. Absolutely just wrecked her, devastated her. Not only could she not ride a dragon, she couldn't walk for the rest of the week. There you go. You've saved a bunch of lives, John. You've saved a bunch of lives. Now she's not thinking about King's Landing. She's not thinking about much of anything. She's in a Jon Snow just wrecked me coma. And then you would have some time to think about what you were going to do next. But instead, you turned her down. You turned her down and you let her loose, and she's going out on her own. Nobody there to rein her in. Nobody there to keep her under control. You did it wrong, John. If only you had been like, I know she's my aunt. I know she's going crazy, but I just got to give it to her like nobody's ever gotten it before. If you had just absolutely devastated her, just plowed her until there's no tomorrow, this entire thing could have been avoided. Many people would still be alive. There wouldn't be this rush to King's Landing. The innocent people of King's Landing would still be alive. John, I'm disappointed. You should have just given it to her hard. Given her a piece of that Valyrian steel. Let her feel Longclaw. If only, John, if only you had done that, then we would be in a much better position now. But because you just couldn't do it, you just couldn't give it to her, now we're in one of the worst positions. Daenerys has gone mad. She's gone crazy, burning down the world. Nothing's safe. And, nobody is going to be able to escape her wrath. Now you're going to have to give her a long claw in another way when you could have just saved everyone a lot of time and effort and grief and just made it so that there's no way she could have ridden a dragon. There's no way she could have ridden on a horse. She just would have had to lay there in bed, and you would have had to continue doing that for the next couple weeks. John, you could have done that. You didn't. You let her go crazy. So shame on you. Jon Snow is responsible for what happened to King's Landing. Don't forget it. If you just sat there and just drilled into her the importance of keeping sane, then none of this would have happened, and we all could have had a much happier story. It would have been a much more endearing tale, and everyone would be happy because, frankly, if Daenerys didn't go mad, that would be one less thing that they have to complain about. So anyway, guys, this is going to be a shorter video. I hope you enjoyed it. My theory is that if Jon had engaged in a little bit of incest, it would have gone a whole long way to save a lot of lives. And now who would have thought that you would ever hear that? The incest would save lives. Giving it to your aunt could save the world. Now that is a question that only the philosophers can answer, but I'm going to pose it to you. If it meant saving the world, you save thousands, millions of lives, would you give it to your aunt? That's disgusting. Oh! Foul. But that's where we're at in Game of Thrones, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we are. The writing is at that level. Now we're contemplating this. So congratulations, strap on your helmets, and get ready because I'm going to be preparing for the season finale of Game of Thrones, and I hope that you all come on this amazing journey with me. Anyway, with that being said, I will bid you guys a good day, and I will see you next time.